Yippee, welcome back. Let's say someone asks you to calculate the sum of natural numbers up to some number. Let's take an example of 5. How will you calculate the summation? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So, the summation of all the natural numbers up to 5 is 15. Let's say if the number is 100. Can you calculate it directly? Nope. What you do is write a C program. Let's see how. I took an empty file. Let's start writing with hash include. Don't have unnecessary blank lines. Main program is ready. Let's declare the number that we want to get as an input from user. Up to is better word. Be a little descriptive so that user comes to know what you really expect from the user. Seek the input from user. Now what we need to do is we need to iterate through all these numbers up to the given number. For that we will need one loop. For loop we will need one indexer. So I declare one indexer. Let's start with 1, not 0, because we want summation from 1 and 0 won't add a value. Up to, correct. So what we did is we created one small loop which it traverses from 1 to this number which has been provided by user. Now what we need to do is we need to calculate the summation in this loop. For that I declare one variable called sum. Let's initialize that variable with 0, which is most important. And simply do what is okay. What we have done here is in the sum we added the index. So what happens is this index will keep on increasing with each iteration, and we will be adding it to sum, and then we will be storing the same, that summation, to the same variable. If you want to decode it, in the first iteration index is 1, summation is 0, so sum 0 plus 1 will be 1. Now when it will go back to the loop again, then sum is 1 and index will be 2. So 2 plus 1 will be 3. This way it will go up to 5, and at the end when it will be 5, the index will be 5 and summation will be 10. So 10 plus 5 will be at the end 15. Let's print the result. The summation is, and what should I put? Sum. Return 0. Let's try to execute this program, whether it gives the result as we expect. Oh, that's a pretty long statement. Enter a number to up to which you want to calculate summation or sum. So I want to calculate it to 5. Yep, the summation is 15. Now if I want to calculate it till 50, oh, 1275. So it did it pretty quickly, right? Yeah. So to achieve this small logic, what we did is we created 3 variables: one to store, second to iterate, third is to store the summation. In up to, we stored the input by user, then we declared this summation, we assigned 0 to it as a seed value, then we iterated index and kept adding it to the current summation so that this sum keeps on increasing, and at the end, in the end, we printed this summation. But we can do one more thing, is the summation up to, if we write till now, we just used 1% sign in the printf statement. This time we'll use 2. When you use 2 or more than 1, then make sure whatever the sequence you have here, that sequence should be followed in the arguments also. So if first percentage d tells up to, then I have to write up to before sum. Second most important thing is, whenever we are declaring variables, make sure these variables have some functional significance. I'm using the word called up to or sum or indexed. Don't really keep writing I, j, k or number 1, number 2, number 3 when there is very specific program where you are just adding the two numbers, there it's okay. But when you know what is the function or what is the value your variable is going to store, then provide the correct name so that anyone will understand the intention behind declaring that variable easily, and it will be easy for that person to read your program. In the next video, we'll find something more interesting with loops. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, then please subscribe the channel. Take care.